Okay, good evening, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Charts, and this is a market preview for December 27th, Friday, December 27th. Hope everyone's having a great holidays, had a great Christmas, and I know there are several other holidays going on at this time of year. So let's go ahead and get into it. The Dow Industrials today were up 122 points, so it continues to push. It continues to push fairly strong. Now, I got a question today that asked me, do I think we're going to hit 17,000 before we have a major pullback? Now, to be honest, that's very, very tough to tell, but we have been up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row. So there's a pretty good chance, let's see, 167, pretty good chance we're going to get a pullback of some kind here. Now, the real extent is I'm expecting, let me talk about what I think is happening here. Okay, this is wave 4. Okay, so we've had wave 3 here. There's 5 waves, and then this wave 4 was a sideways move, and now we've got a wave 5. Well, wave 5 has 1, 2, and there should be a 3 going on up here. Okay, now this third wave is going to have 5 waves in it, similar to this. And here we had like 1, 2, 3, kind of a sideways 4, and then a 5 push. Then we got a corrective 2. So I think we're in a pretty strong. The third wave is usually the stronger wave, and you could see the kind of push that we're getting here, and you could see the angle. The angle of acceleration is much stronger than the angles in here. Actually, it looks like to me anyway. Now, we could get a pullback back to the 10-day exponential moving average, or even back to the 20-day, in a corrective mode, like in here or here. And even when you, let me go back to the mouse. That doesn't work. Let me try this. Okay. Even when you look back at this wave 3, I mean, you had one, these kind of corrections that did occur in here. So, where do I think this is going? I mean, if wave 3 is equal to wave 1, then that's going to happen up here at 100%, okay? Because I did a little Fibonacci projection, and wave 3 will equal this wave 1, if we count this wave 1 of 5, okay? That will happen up here at about 17, what was the number I wrote down? 17,166, okay? Now, it could go longer, could push higher than that, and we'll have to just wait to see. But do I think we're going to get, maybe a wave 2 pullback and then launch up in another third wave here? I think that's probably what's going to happen, but it's kind of hard to tell with the market. All I could say is right now it looks like we're in a strong upward move, and we're just, we're not seeing any major divergences out of this. And, this continues to just push through. Now, the one thing I want to caution, and I need to move on very quickly here, is that we are at extremes on DI plus, okay? When you look at where this is at extremes from where it reached on previous points before it turned down. And the RSI is up here at pretty high levels also. So that has the potential in here to pull back, but could continue to push. So there's nothing that's specifically saying, hey, we're getting ready to pull back. I'm not expecting it to pull back and pull below this point here, if that helps at all. I'm expecting a pullback to maybe the 10 to the 20. Okay, let's move on real quick. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, I mean, look at the very, very tight trading ranges that we're getting. It compressed is the word I was searching for. Very compressed trading ranges in here. We've moved up above this channel now. So we actually could be trying to do something where we're breaking into an accelerated channel. The New York Composite, kind of similar to the Dow. Again, you're getting the 10 breaking above the 20. You're up here at the Keltner channel. You're near the top. Sometimes you'll ride the top of that Keltner channel for a while. Sometimes you reverse right at that point. I do think, again, that we're probably at a potential extreme, vulnerable to a pullback. We'll just have to, again, I think the key thing is watching the stocks that you're in, and if you need to be having a stop, have a stop on it. The VIX has gone to a lower low, so that's telling us, again, that the fear index has totally subsided, and really at the intraday low at one point today was pretty doggone low. It may have been the low for the whole, no, it wasn't the low for the year. We got pretty low back in March. Short-term trading index, though, I was going to point this out. The 10-day exponential and the short-term trading index has dropped below 0.9, okay? And so it's starting to give us a heads up that we may be approaching a short-term top of some kind. You know, it's happened before, and you see the dates when it started to break below 0.9. And it seems to be doing it a couple of weeks in advance. So it's giving us a little bit of a heads up. So short-term trading, and I think I had the high-low in here. Again, we've smashed up to the upside, broke this downward trend line. Potential that we could be stalling out here, like here and here. So we'll have to keep an eye on this to see if we get the classic M-type top, or whether we continue to push higher. I think that's it on the indices and on the market. I wanted to take a look at some stocks real quick. Just updates on trades that since Sunday have been, and I've put them on the website. So you need to check the website under option trading. Oh, actually, what am I doing? I've got the window open. Freeport-McMoRan on Monday night close. Monday's close. Got a buy signal at the close. So this is where, you know, right up in here, I've got the arrow. This is where the close on Monday. This was Tuesday's half-day trading, and then this is today's trading, okay? And this is the targets on this, and I'll be putting this on the web page. Anything, these I think are on the web page, and there's no real update. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of this. Quahu, or wait a minute, Chihu. There we go. Chihu is how I believe this is supposed to be pronounced, thanks to Gary. Okay, and this break, this hasn't really changed, but this is one that I've put out in terms of it's a potential new trade that got on the board since Sunday, since the weekend, and it hasn't signaled yet. It hasn't signaled for an entry. I'm looking for a potential break below this high bar, this bar here, and a close below the blue line. Okay, it hasn't happened yet. TSO, Tesoro, we got stopped out on. This is a little frustrating. I think we're getting chopped up a little bit in here. It had signaled a reverse. If you could kind of follow this, we had a signal to exit the calls and buy puts in here, and then I had a stop at 58.72. That stop got hit today, so that would have been an exit, and that would have been a minus 2.56 points on the stock. And then, you know, I didn't have a specific option specified of any kind, but you would have lost money on your option call or option puts. So actually, now that we've got this 10 crossing the 20, I am on the lookout here for a buy if we get a close above this high, above this closing high. So a higher close would be a signal, given that we've gotten a cross of the 10 over the 20. Okay, and the last one I want to mention, and I want to mention real quick that the setups are off of Moss and Tesla. Okay, and I'll make a note of that on the webpage. The setups are off on those. No trade signals at this point. X-Zone or E-Zone, I'm not sure how to pronounce this one, but I think I've got a signal in here today at the close at 60.77. That's this close. It's breaking this trend line. I think this thing is getting ready to launch. I've got an initial stop down here at 56.48, and the target is at 65 something. Okay, so that's the short-term target. You have the ability to sell all your options or sell half, and then, you know, trail a stop on the second half. Anyway, that's it. I'm running out of time, and I'll talk to you guys this weekend. Have a great Friday. This has been Joe for Beyond the Charts. Take care.